Welcome to my channel, Everyday English Hub.
Hello, my name is Julia. I want to tell you about my weekend. On weekends, I feel very happy. I usually wake up a little late. This Saturday was very special. I wanted to enjoy my free time. The whole week I was busy with work. I felt tired and needed some rest. So, I made a small plan. I wanted to go to the cinema. When I woke up, I felt relaxed. I looked outside my window. The sun was shining so bright. The air was fresh and cool. I smiled and said, "What a day!" Then I thought about my plan. Yes, today was cinema day. I quickly called my friend Helen. She is my best friend. She also loves movies like me. Helen answered the phone with joy. She said, "Julia, what's up?" I said, "Let's go to the cinema." She laughed and said, "Perfect idea." We both agreed to meet later. I felt so excited about the plan. Watching a movie with Helen is fun. We always laugh and talk a lot. She makes every day feel special. I could not wait to see her. After breakfast, I got ready. I wore my favorite blue dress. I took my small black bag. I also carried a little water. Then I checked my phone again. Helen texted, "I am on my way." That made me smile so big. I put on my shoes and went out. The weather was perfect outside. It felt like a wonderful weekend. When I reached the cinema, Helen was there. She was standing and waiting for me. She looked happy and full of energy. We gave each other a big hug. Then we walked to the ticket counter. Many people were standing in line. Everyone looked excited for the movies. Helen asked, "Which movie do you want?" I said, "Let's choose something funny." We both love comedy movies very much. The lady at the counter smiled. She showed us the list of movies. We saw one comedy film name. It was very popular that week. Helen said, "Let's watch this one." I quickly agreed with her choice. We bought 2 tickets for the show. The cinema hall looked very nice. The lights were bright and colorful. It felt like a special place. After buying tickets, we felt hungry. Helen said, "Let's get popcorn." I said, "Yes, and some juice." We went to the snack counter. The smell of popcorn was amazing. It made us more hungry. Helen bought a big popcorn bucket. I bought 2 bottles of juice. We were ready for the movie. It already felt like a great day. We entered the cinema hall slowly. It was dark but very comfortable. The seats were soft and clean. People were already sitting inside. The big screen looked exciting. I held my popcorn in my lap. Helen smiled and looked around. She whispered, "This feels wonderful." I nodded and laughed quietly. We were ready for the show. Finally, the movie started on screen. The sound was loud and clear. The picture looked so beautiful. It felt like real life. The comedy was very funny. Helen laughed again and again. I also laughed with her. The whole hall was full of joy. Everyone was smiling and enjoying. It was the perfect weekend moment. During the movie, we ate popcorn. The taste was salty and fresh. We drank our cold juice slowly. Everything felt so nice together. Helen said, "This is so fun." I answered, "Yes, I love it." We enjoyed every part of the film. The jokes were easy and simple. The characters were so funny. It was a very happy time. The movie lasted for 2 hours, but it did not feel long. Time passed very quickly with joy. We clapped when the film ended. People around us also clapped. The hall was full of excitement. Helen looked at me and smiled. She said, "That was wonderful." I agreed and laughed with her. Our cinema day was a success. After the movie, we walked outside. The sun was still shining bright. We talked about the funny scenes. Helen laughed and copied the actors. I laughed so hard with her. People around us also smiled. We were really enjoying ourselves. Cinema gave us so much happiness. It was more than just a movie. It was a memory with my friend. Helen said, "I am still hungry." I laughed and said, "Me too." We decided to eat something nice. There was a cafe near the cinema. We walked there slowly together. The cafe smelled of coffee and cake. We found a small table for two. Helen ordered pasta and tea. I ordered pizza and orange juice. We waited and talked happily. The food came after a short time. It looked delicious and fresh. Helen started eating her pasta. I took a bite of my pizza. We both smiled at the taste. It was simple, but very tasty. We talked about school, work, and dreams. Helen shared her plans for travel. I told her about my study goals. It was a warm and friendly talk. Finally, the day came to an end. We walked back to the bus stop. Helen said, "Today was perfect." I said, "Yes, I feel very happy." We hugged before saying goodbye. Then we both went home slowly. At night, I thought about the day. It was really special and wonderful. A simple movie gave me joy. Cinema with a friend is the best.